Good morning. We are going fishing. I got all my stuff together, got the boat in the back. We're gonna go see if we can't catch some catfish. I'm new to YouTube, so I brought a bunch of camera gear just to kind of see if I'm any good at this. It's currently 6:29, and we're gonna go fishing on the Cumberland River, Tennessee. We gotta get some fuel first. With a touch of a button, we're on the road. So I want to show y'all when about the time I start getting excited is when I look out my window and see the river and it's almost glass top. See, the thing is, where we're going, there's going to be a lot of boat traffic later in the day. It is Saturday, so everybody, I can't say everybody, but a lot of people get out here and they do the tubing and skiing and wakeboarding and all that good stuff, but they like to wait until later in the day when it starts heating up. And that's typically when I call it quits, is when I can't hold my boat still or can't hold the anchors on the bottom with all the wake boats going by. There's a boat right there. Ooh, I'm getting excited. Alright, pulling into the marina now. There's a little fishing pond. They stock it up, I believe, with catfish and things for people to fish in. I don't know why they'd ever stock it up, because during the winter times it felt like all this area back in here gets flooded. And I'm sure fish get in there all by themselves without people having to actually put them in there. But I guess I understand, you know, people want to go catch a fish and they can take their kids out there and catch just about any kind of fresh, well, I can't say that. They go out there and catch catfish and bass, and I think every now and then they'll throw some trout in there. But it's a good little family spot. A lot of people come out here to work out too. That's not me. I do enough of that in my occupation. Here in a moment, I'm going to do a little gear review of everything that I have to show you what I'm working with here. Alright, let's take a quick look at what we got. Let's start with the camera gear. I got this here Sony. I don't even remember what it was. I bought it a long time ago. Got a Panasonic. It was free. It's kind of given to me. Little tripod. That's for my hang on, I'll come up with the name. Give me a second. Chronograph. It's for my chronograph for shooting. I brought it out here just so I had another one. I have one on the boat. Then this is my chesty GoPro mount. I'm not sure if I'll use it. This is a GoPro mount that I made. Just got a strap and a mount on it. And this is the head GoPro mount. Alright, that's my camera gear. And I might end up using my phone. Depends on how long these batteries last. I need to buy some more for my GoPro. This is what we're driving. And this is a pontoon boat. When I bought it, it didn't have anything on it, not even a motor. And I put it together piece by piece. Got the lights for bow fishing at night. Got my Ozark Trail. Like the current's a little faster today. We just got done with a nice storm. I'm only going about, I'd say about 16 miles an hour is a guess. Let's take a look and see what it is. It's like anywhere from 14 to 16. 17 is pretty average. Water is a mean 73 degrees right now on the surface. I'll get back to you when I get to where I'm going. I saw some guys out here fishing the other day. They seem to have it pretty locked down on their spot. They're not here. Let's just say I'm going to try to get in some good catfish. Well, here's one of the spots that I used to fish, and I caught the second biggest catfish in this river was right here. Right over there. Right where it says slow, no wake. That's where I would sit. And I would have fun, but there's construction going on. Joke's on them. When they get done with their construction, there's gonna be a lot of good fish in there, let me tell you. I just hope I'm still around here to see it. All right, let's motor back up and get to the spot. We're really close, I think. Actually, I think it's just right around this corner. See you in a sec. Well, it wasn't very long at all to a spot that I think might have some catfish in it. But I'll tell you what, this current's pretty fast, so I killed the motor. I'm going to try to go ahead and get my trolling motor set up. My box of goodies. I'll go through it all in a second when I know I'm not going to hit that construction zone. It's pretty important. They kind of like their construction stuff. And I like my boat. See if we got some juice. A little juice. Well, anyway, I'm going to do this for a little while. I can't remember the other conversation I said I'd come back to, so I might have to do that later. But find me a good spot, set up, kind of conserve these batteries, I think. Alright guys, I switched over to my handy cam so that I can get these fishing poles rigged up and I can not do the whole one-handed operation the whole time. Let's see here. So this is my terminal tackle box. It's got all my weights and all that good stuff in it. Weights and hooks and swivels. Folding Kershaw my dad gave me. I bought these, but I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to use them this year. I might. I want to go swimming around that marina that we found and see if I can't find some, or that we put in at, and see if we can't find some good stuff. All right, hang on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple poles in the water just to try it out, see if there's anything in this spot. I think there will be. The issue is my bait's still frozen. Today I'm fishing with Asian carp. My dad and I did a lot of bow fishing when he came to visit, and not put a few of them in the dirt. Well, not really the dirt, I guess. We slocked a couple of them. I mean, there's a arrow hole right there. I guess I can't say slocked because I think Tim Wells has that one. Hope you don't get mad that I used this term. It's gonna be my first piece of bait. Apologize for that. I was debating on which pole to put it on. Fishing the old circle hooks. Circle hooks are pretty great because you don't actually have to set the hook. You just they just kind of take it and you just pull them in. They hook themselves basically with them. I know that fishing is boring. But I'm going to try to make it not as boring by not showing y'all all the stuff. Then we can do some talking, I guess, a little later. I watch a guy, I can't remember his name. Obviously, you've noticed that I do a lot of YouTube watching. I can't remember the guy's name, but he fishes in a kayak. I think it's Kayak Fisher, or yeah, Kayak Fisher maybe is his channel. But he pulls in some pretty big catfish on a kayak. And last video I watched, he was talking about how he wasn't doing so. I'm gonna rig this pole up a little bit later, just because I got other ones that are already rigged up. But he was saying that he wasn't doing so well. And the thing is the time that he wasn't doing very well, the same time I wasn't doing very well. And that's the time that my dad was here on a visit, and I had already promised him that I can get him into catfish before he came down, because I never really had an issue out here catching catfish. It's pretty much a go out there and cast your rod in, or cast your line in, and pull up catfish all day. Now, I'm not one of these tournament fishers. I don't come out here and catch big monster giant catfish all the time, you know, like those guys. But the biggest one I caught was 18 pounds so far. I think that black rod might have been drifting, or got a bite on it, I'm not sure. Alright, now that we got two of those out, I'm going to go ahead and get a worm on bottom too. As soon as I remember where I put my worms. Found him. So that orange reel over there is set up on a clicker drag. If something takes it, it'll make a lot of noise. Start clicking at it. I've always been led to believe that a drift sock will hold a boat straight with the current. I'm having a small problem with that because the drift sock is actually pulling my boat around, swaying back and forth. Any suggestions on what I should do? You can just go ahead and leave those suggestions in the comments. We'll get it figured out. That's what I tell my son when he's in trouble. So we'll figure this out. One way or another, he'll learn. Fishing with a little tiny hook because there's some tiny drum in here, and I'd like to catch a couple of them so I can use them for bait. Anytime you get fresh bait, that's what the fish are going to want to eat. And freezing things keeps it fresh for us, but fish kind of don't see it that way. Now, the best bait I've ever used out here was skipjack. Don't know why, the catfish love them. I'm gonna lob this right over here by this brush pile. Don't get hung up, I'm sure it'll catch something. Alright. Now, since this pole's not rigged up, I can show y'all a basic rigging, like how I'm rigging my things. As long as I can keep the line in my hands. Now this reel is a Abu Garcia Ambassador 5500S. This is one that my dad was gonna throw it away, basically. He thought it got stepped on in the boat, but it didn't. And it was just gummed up from saltwater fishing. So I took it and I worked on it, and lo and behold, it works just fine. Since this is a little bit lighter rod, I'm only going to run a 6-ounce weight, and these are the no-roll weights. My dad makes them, so he gave me a whole bunch of them, and I'm giving them a try. Usually I use pyramid weights out here just because I like them. They're easy to use, and you can switch them on and off a lot more proficiently. So the weight, right? Then I put a bead up under where the weight will be resting on the swivel, just so that it helps protect the knot. And then a swivel. Now I fish with mostly braided line, so what I like to do is a river knot. So you basically pull it through like so, and the tail end that you put through it, you just spin it around it, you know, like 7 or 8 times, something like that. And then take that tail, put it back through the top loop, and pull it tight. Force the habits to wet it, and that's to keep the friction down, keep it from breaking. And this is where the monofilament comes in. It's the clear plastic line. I use this for my leader, so that worst case scenario, if I get hung up, it'll break the leader instead of breaking everything off. And it keeps it from getting tangled. Go. You can trim all your tags. Usually I trim my tags as I go, but for some reason this time I didn't. Just like that. And then you choose your hook. So this is a smaller rod. I don't want to use too big a hook, but I don't want to use something that's too small. So I'll probably run one of these. I think it's the 2/0 or 3/0 circle hook. I've drug my front anchor a little bit. Oh well, hopefully it catches on something and stops me. Alright, now we're rigged up. All we gotta do now is go on a chunk of fish. Continue watching your poles. You don't want them to go down and you not be ready for it. Alright, there we go. Tangle it up. Alright. I think, honestly, this is the most I've ever used this camera. It's a great potential to be the most I've ever used. Not sure that was pointing exactly where I wanted it to. There's our basic setup right there. Let me show you around. This pole here, this one has a worm on it. Can't believe I haven't had a bite yet. It's a white one we just rigged up. It's got that fish on it. It's my orange one and the black one. These two both have fish on it, and we're hoping for a hit soon. I'm probably going to go ahead and rig up one of these other ones here with a worm, just so I got 2 worms out there and it'll give me greater odds. Oh, getting a bite already. Look at this. Come on, hit it again. Yeah, see it? It's got that fish on there. That one's got the smaller circle hook on there, not the big one. The black pole has the big hook on it. This one's just got a 2-aught. I think I got some 1-aughts maybe. I can't set this down just in case. It does take it. Well, in the meantime, I'll bring you back online if he does take it, so you can see me catch something. First fish of the day. Didn't know he was on there, otherwise I'd have turned the camera on for you. He swallowed the hook. He ain't gonna make it. So, I'll tell you what, when I scale them later and eat them, that'll be good. Go ahead and show you my live well. Oh, a boat just went by, it's rocking me. Well, this usually works. So basically, my idea, hang on, I can get you on me. My idea for the live well came from, I was needing a live well, right? Obvious. So I got to looking around and I was like, wow, I got this 150, 175 or 75, however big it is, ice chest laying around. So I'm not using it, so might as well screw it to the floor of my boat, rig the pump up to it, and now I got a good way to keep my bait alive, my fish alive up until I'm ready to go. Sometimes I'm kind of generous I'll get out here, catch 2 or 3 big catfish or smaller catfish, and then I'll have to go to work or something. So I'll throw them all back. And that's the nice thing about having a live well is if you're going to keep a bunch of fish to eat and you're running out of time and don't want to clean them up, you can just throw them back. So I would call that generosity, I think. But I'm going to go ahead and get this pole back out here and see if we can't get another one. I don't know if it's recording. What are you doing? There's a fish. Ooh. Got a little pull to him. Oh. He's fighting like a catfish. Looks like a little bullhead, maybe. Channel cat? No, it's a channel cat. You gotta watch out though. They got these spikes on them. The channel cats aren't nearly as bad, but they're still in there. Aren't nearly as bad as the blue cats, what I tried to say. That'll make a good eater. They seem to only want to be biting worms right now. I am getting bites on my white rod here, but most of the time when I'm getting just bites like that and it's not taking it, that pretty much means it's a turtle or a really small catfish. Alright, see if we can't catch some more. I'm biting on my little black one now. There's a worm on it. Kilo shaker. Catching a bunch of channel cats right now. I'm not catching many blue cats. Let go my worm. Little guy. I don't want to go back in the drink. So all these reels that I'm using, I ended up buying secondhand or third hand or however many hands they hit before they hit mine. But when I got them all, the ambassadors were all gummed up. None of the clickers worked on them. So when you push it to release the spool, it would tend to not click back in. So I tore them all apart, fixed them all up, and now if you just saw me, I had to tap that reel to get it to work. I guess I got to put a little bit more oil on it, and it might work good. But all these rods and reels were acquired over time. None of them were, oh, I just want to start up a YouTube channel and went out and bought all this stuff. I kind of just, since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I guess, I was collecting fishing poles, and I guess I can show you my collection when I get back, but I just about got a pole for every kind of fish that I can think of fishing for, so. Alright, just give me that little insight. Uh-oh, big boy's got one. Oh, no. I have to reel it up and check the bait. Something was pulling on it hard. I think he let go. Stole my bait once. Feels like he stole my bait. Stole my bait right off there before I can get a hook set on him. That's the joys of running a camera, I guess. Can't always get the hook set. I guess from now on what I'm going to do is I'm going to run and set the hook first before I start videoing. But these are circle hooks. They're supposed to set the hook on their own. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Well, that's what happens when the thing gets hung up. That's my wife. Yes, gorgeous.
What time do you work? Or what to work?
Baby, I work from 6 p.m. to 06 in the morning. I'm going to be gone all night.
Okay. What did you buy at Walmart?
Gas.
Oh. Alright. I love you.
I love you too, baby. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Kenny's over here with me. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm taking him up on the steeds.
Yeah, you can do that. There's people over there.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too, babe. Joys of being in the Army. You've been gone for long, long periods of time. I joined the service when my son was 3 months old. Got to miss out on a lot of milestones. I'm not very happy about it, but at least my family's fed. I don't really have to worry about much. Since I threw that one away, I'm going to throw another 8-ounce weight on here. Just because the current's so fast right now. I typically fish with 2 to 4 ounce weights on the bottom, but like I said, can't get away with that now because current will drag my bait all over the place. End up in a bad way. Hung up, tangled up, all the above. Once again, fishing with braid, so I'm going to do this river knot. It's a little bit heavier braid, so it's a little bit more difficult. Can't believe I snapped it off like that. Some fish is going to be swimming around with a weight and swivel and all that stuff hooked to it. Well, not the weight will come off on its own. If a fish is smart, he won't eat the hook that's got the bait in it. Speak of the devil, here comes the barge now. I guess this video is not about the barge. It's my last, I think this is a 3 or 4-aught hook, and I got some 2-aughts in there, a little bit smaller, but I like using it kind of a medium-sized hook just so that if a smaller catfish bites it, I catch it. And if a large catfish bites it, same outcome, I catch it. Alright, I'm going to get some bait on this one and put it out there on bottom, see what happens. So this barge is actually very close. They say when people get caught under them, they'll get drugged 20, 30 miles before it finally lets them go with the undertow that's under that dang barge. When that thing's fully loaded, all you can see is the gray on the top. On that first one, all you see is the red. When they come by, they push some water, let me tell you. Well, I went ahead and caught myself a river menace. Look at that. Turtles are protected in Tennessee. There ain't nothing I can do about this one. Except take them off my hook and let them bite my worm another time. Little turtle, you know, nothing special. If they weren't protected, you can bet I'd make myself some turtle stew. Decent catfish on this one, I think. Not a big one by no means. A decent little catfish. Another one for the pan. I kind of have a rule: if I catch them anything over, 20 pounds, I'll throw them back. These little ones will grow to be over 20 pounds, but this river has such an abundance of catfish in here that me keeping a few of them ain't gonna hurt. This one's gonna need a net. Oh, look at that. I don't know what y'all can see, but bear with me. Whew. Now, the funny thing about this catfish, literally caught it on the smallest hook I have in the water. And it's the biggest one. You should be able to see me from there. nice little blue. Oh, Tim. Look at this. Good little fish. Weighs probably, say 3 or 4 pounds. Ugh. I know I have a weighing device in here somewheres. Alright, I'm back. Apologize for disappearing. Okay. I can get that daggum hook in there. There we go. See that? Let's see. Okay. And stop. And right at 5 pounds. Pretty good little catch. Ow! You bit me. You bit me again. He'll definitely eat good. So I got a bunch of fish bait out there. Like, well, hang on, let me get it so you can see me. Alright. Got a bunch of cut bait out there in the water, and lo and behold, he bites a worm on the smallest hook. Let me show you this hook. Look at that. Tiny little guy. This little panfish hook. And I'll show you what size hooks, well, kind of what size hooks I'm running on my other poles. This guy. It's a hook. And then this is the one that he bit. Extra small. But hey, I'll take them how I can get them. I had just pulled in my other pole because it was it's getting a heck of a bite on it. I had caught a little tiny fish, little bait fish, and I put it on there, and it was steadily getting bites. But when I pulled it up, and when I thought I had one, I pulled hard on it, and all I come up with was the head of the little fish that I had on there. Next time I'm gonna hook them in the body when I throw them out. I'll show you what I have left. Maybe. I might show you. It's hung up over here. Well, I apologize for that. Hang on. Oh. So, this is what happened. I was trying to show you on my hook, but my camera was on internal storage, and it's only 4 gigabytes instead of external storage. So everything that I've been recording is now on the camera instead of on the SD card. So that sucks, but regardless, that's something else. Where I left you was the hook is hung up on my transducer. Transducer is the thing that tells you how deep it is and all that stuff. And as I'm messing with it to try to get it to record on the SD card, we picked up a log. Look at this. Oh, there's another barge coming too. Look at that. That should be on the bottom. Or on the bank somewhere with all the other logs. But anyway, give me one moment. Well, it's probably gonna be about a few minutes, but a couple seconds for you. A second for you. I'm gonna try to get that hook undone. Well, there used to be a fish head on there. Now it's just a hook. I don't even know anymore. What am I even doing with my life? Making myself a liar out here. I'm just gonna put this hunk of carp on there and see if it doesn't catch something. Good God, that barge is moving. Pushing me backwards too. So I took everything out of my pockets and I'm gonna try to get this log off the front of my boat. Who knows, y'all might get to see me fall in. Got to be a better way. Got to be a better way. Let's try the old paddle. Get out here, dog. Go on now, get. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Get out of here. Nobody wants you here. See, the worst thing is this log is probably going to go down and get tangled all on my fishing line. Alright, she's free. This is what I'm dealing with. Guaranteed it's going to go down and get on my lines. So, I'm going to go ahead and reel them all up. And I know what's going to happen. Let's see. See here. Can you see anything? Yeah, I think you can. Start with this one. Yeah, straight up on it. Straight on it low. Oh, great. And now I've done hooked it. Oh, came off. Thank goodness. I just drop it right there. More work. Challenges of fishing, I guess. Especially in a river. Lakes, not much going to drift by unless the wind is picking up. But out here, everything drifts by. Shoot, there's been stories of people out here fishing and pull up a human, or a human body or something, I don't know. They're all stories, I guess, from what I understand. The nice thing about having a camera here, I don't feel alone. I appreciate you guys for that. Now, don't get me wrong, I do believe in God, so with that being said, never alone. But you can talk to God as much as you want to. The feedback is kind of limited though. I mean, kind of got to be looking for feedback to see it. With you guys, I could talk to you for hours. Hours and hours and hours. And if you watch the whole video and leave me feedback, then it's much appreciated. Always is. Can't say always is because I just started this. Depends on what y'all think of what I do, which is a little bit of everything. I've been meaning to say. I hunt, I fish. I'll post them all on the channel, what I do. But thoroughly enjoy hunting, thoroughly enjoy fishing. Spending time with my family's great. I love when they're out here on the boat with me, but you know, wife's pregnant, due in October with a little girl. Let me tell you, I am excited. Only one other thing that gets me as excited as having that girl. And that's seeing a big old buck walk in while I'm sitting in the tree stand. Don't worry, if you like what I do, and you want to see more of me, you will definitely see my daughter on here, on this channel. I'm going to get my family in there too, things that we do when I have bonfires and stuff. I'm going to try to make it like a daily, or close to a daily, or maybe even a weekly blog, video log, vlog, I guess is what you would say. So I'm going to try to vlog and let y'all see a little bit into my life. I mean, I'll keep it PG-13 for the most part. Try to keep the language down. This is going to help me too because I've been trying to quit cussing. It's been a challenge. But let me tell you, I went to a leadership class for the Army and they didn't let me cuss there. And that was weeks. So it did good until I got out and then I started cussing again, but whatever. Doing this video stuff and trying to keep it clean is definitely going to help a lot. It's going to help me around my kids too because my kids like to repeat, well, my kid right now, he's 2, almost 3, but he likes to repeat words. And sometimes those words that he repeat kind of make me feel ashamed. So I don't know. I think America probably needs to clean up their language a little bit too. But then again, we should keep politics out of this channel. It's kind of what we think. Let me know what y'all think of me and what I'm wanting to do, you know, and I'll definitely consider everything and get it done for you. Well, this spot seems to be kind of slow. I'm getting a little nibble every now and then, but I'm gonna go ahead and reel everything up, pull up anchors. I'm gonna go a little further upstream to a couple other spots that I know I've caught some pretty decent fish out of. This is the first time I fished here, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. Alright, so my wife gave me a change of plans. I'm not gonna go further upriver. I'm gonna go home. I guess there's a water park here in Kentucky or whatever, right across the border from where I'm at. They do like a free military day or something, I don't know. And so she says that if I don't go, well, hang on, how did she say it? She said she was gonna invite my stepdad, but isn't gonna invite him first before me, so I don't feel bad that she invited him, but I'm fishing. So me being a dad and all, as she says, she wanted to invite me first. And that's okay, because the boat traffic is already starting and it's only 10:30 in the morning. I think it's 10:30. Hang on. It is 10:24. Look at that. Pretty good guess. I'll leave the camera on, let you watch me struggle to pull these anchors in. I think one of them actually might be hung up, so we might have to pull it up with the boat motor. That's always interesting. This is the drift sock. It's heavy. Well, it ain't heavy, it's just full of water. It's homemade drift sock. You're supposed to have a rope tied to the other side, and then you can pull it in backwards. And it comes up without any water in it. But I was too lazy this morning to do it. Yeah, thank God for boat traffic. Love that stuff. They don't even care about somebody out here trying to catch a fish. Alright, now the front anchor. So I made... Why is this thing zoomed in so far, I wonder? I don't think I could zoom it out. I don't know, it zoomed all the way out on that one. Maybe it's just a digital zoom? I don't know. I gotta hold you way out, like this, on the tripod. There we go, that's slightly better. I'll set you up right here, so you can see how real my struggle is to get this 26-pound anchor that I made up. Wish this thing swivel. This is a cheap bipod, or tripod. So this is a Columbia River anchor. It's probably hung up. Nope, not hung up at all. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. This filming stuff is proven to be a slight challenge. Doesn't matter where I put this camera tripod, it seems to want to move and change and all that stuff. I need to get one of those tripods that turn and follow a target. So I'm making a mistake here probably. Usually I start up my engine first. Sometimes I don't like to start before I pull the anchor up. 26-pound anchor right there. Probably a little bit more because I didn't include the price or the weight of the chain. Uh-oh, fish finder. Or fish finder, the trolling motor is down. Alright, let's see if we can get that engine to start up. What are you looking at? There, I think you can see something. Almost that live. There's life. All right. I grabbed my ring and my sunglasses. I take my ring off when I fish for a pretty important reason. It was expensive, right? That's reason number one. Reason number two, when your hands get wet, they shrink. That means the ring can get a little loose. And when you catch a fish and you flick it, you can lose it. So I pull it off. A lot of people talk about the silicone gel or silicone rings. I just don't like that they fit so tight and they just don't feel right to me. All right, so since I have a change in plans and I'm not gonna be fishing anymore for the rest of the evening, I'm gonna do what I told y'all I do with my fish when something happens or something goes wrong, and I'm just gonna leave. Oh, there it is. I think you can see it. I throw them back. It's the beauty of a live well. But first, I gotta take a picture of them so I can send them to my dad and make him jealous. All right, picture has been captured. A lot of times these guys don't like me catching them out of the water, so I'll go ahead and pull the plug and let the water drain out, and when they're flopping around in there, I'll let them out. I think it's draining. Yeah, it looks like it's draining. All right, so when I get back to the launch, I'll let them out there just to, you know, let that water drain out. Not that I want to show everybody at the launch, if there is anybody there, that I caught a lot of fish, or I caught 3 keeper fish. But I don't know, let's get back. You are recording. All right. So we just got back into the marina. It says slow to wake, all that stuff. Don't see anything saying don't swim. It's 12 feet of water right here. I got some curiosity to satisfy. So, before I go home and spend the rest of the day with the family, I gotta drop this anchor. Alright, anchor is dropped. Just gonna wrap it a few times on the fishing pole holder. It shouldn't go nowhere, I don't think. Like that. Okay, so here's what I'm curious about. One, is my flashlight waterproof? Might be water resistant, but I want to see if it's waterproof. Two, I want to see if I can still swim to the bottom in 12 feet of water, which it shouldn't be difficult. It's just I haven't dived. I haven't swam down to the bottom of the water in, shit, it's been 8 years. But first things first, the water is drained from the fish. So now look, I can just reach in here and grab him. Look at that. There's one, and he's gone. All right, there's the smallest one, right here. He's gone. And big boy, or girl, whatever. Oh, easy girl. Did I scare you? All right, look at that one. All right, going back. Somebody will catch those again one day. Probably be me, honestly. In reality. Probably not. Can't be like that, huh? All right. So it's time to gear up. I was watching the guy, Man Plus River. His name's Dallas. And it made me want to go swimming. You know, swim down, find some things, maybe. Maybe find me a pair of Oakleys or Costas, or his most popular finds that I can see is Ray-Bans and no names. So I bought these. I want to give it a try. First things first, I gotta take the warning sticker off. I think it basically says, don't dive headfirst into the water. First time I ever wore one of these, I thought I could breathe with it on and almost died. At least I felt like I almost died. Seals up pretty good. Now I gotta find my flippers. I think they're in here. Yeah, there's one. There's the other. Alright. Now, no idea if I can still make it down that far and be okay with it. So, I gotta get my GoPro set up for it so I can show you what's down there if I can get down there. I don't know if I can wear the goggles and the headpiece or not, but we're gonna give it a try. Well, that one's just not long enough. This one might be. Yeah, there we go. That's just not gonna work either. Dadgummit. Give me a sec. I gotta figure out this GoPro mount. I got a lot of moving pieces here. What in tarnation is going on? what's going on, but I ain't liking it. You know what? I'm just gonna put it on there. See what happens. Alright, it's on there. Don't really know what's gonna happen. If I can make it, if I'm gonna drown. Well, you've seen it first, right here. Move everything out of the old pockets. Move my Leatherman. I gotta take my shirt off too. Alright. I don't know if these have special foot they're supposed to go on, but that one's going on the left one. This one's going to go on the right one. Oh, it's been a while. Alright, one more pocket check. Seemed to be good. See if I could attach this GoPro to my face with mask. It works. Look at that. So let's turn it on. She's on. Watch me come up without my GoPro. I'm gonna be so mad. Alright. Wait, that's a deck of it. I get so confused sometimes. Alright. Top button is record. Front button is mode and power. It's supposed to beep when it records, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it's recording. Oh, I almost messed up. Hang on, let me stop it. Alright. I gotta change the back plate. Can't have a holy back plate. If I did that, my GoPro won't work anymore. Alright, let's try this again. Mask. GoPro's on. Alright. And now we're recording. Let's give it a try. See if I can make it in one. Ah, that's pretty good, I reckon. Ugh. Well, just got home. Got to wrap up this fishing day. And then I'm gonna be going swimming. But first, I gotta get the boat unloaded. All the important stuff, anyway. Better yet. Oh, just leave you right here. My son wanted to come out and visit me, but I'm a little bit busy for his ass right now. What do you want, Scott? You stay down. I didn't bring any fish home. Plans changed. Locate my truck keys. I don't know what I did with them. Oh wait, I do know what I did with them. They're right over here. Metal's hot. Alright. That's all the important stuff anyway. What's up, love?
Nothing. It don't look that big.
That's what she said. What don't look big?
But it's, ever since we left Washington, like I feel like all the fairs and all of the everything's just kind of small.
It's because Washington don't have anything, so every time that there is something, it's huge. Yeah, don't play with that stuff, bud. If you can't resist, you're gonna have to get down. But you're gonna not touch that stuff. Can't resist.
Is that all you need to get out?
Yeah. Now that I put that lockbox on there, I don't need to get anything else out.
I gotta use the restroom. I'm debating on just wearing my bikini bottoms or
Just wear your spandex.
say saves me time because then I don't have to
Oh,
do other stuff.
I have to clean up.
I did a little bit last night,
All right.
but like not enough for bikini bottoms.
Well, all right, that concludes our fishing for the day. And now the wife and kid and friends, we all want to go out and go swimming, I guess. So I'll include you on that as much as I can. It's cold down there, guys. So here's the thing. I can reach the bottom. That's not hard at all. I got there pretty quick, actually. The problem is you can't see anything. It's just dark. I was hoping to have a little bit of visibility when I got down there. I can't see in front of my face. I was touching the bottom, I had my hand in the mud and I couldn't see the mud. Even with the flashlight on. This just ain't gonna work. It just is not gonna work. That was try number one for finding a good spot to dive. There's a spot, it's called the Cumberland Falls, I think is what it's called. It's like a 2-hour ride, but you hike into it and it's got a river channel the whole way. It's got some pretty clear water out there. I might try to get out that way and do some diving and see if I can't find something. I might not even give up on this spot completely, but it's so dark, so murky, there's no chance. I mean, I'm sure y'all saw it too, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all this stuff put together and go get on my truck, go fishing or go swimming with the family. I said, hey babe, you want to go fishing this morning? You want to go do something? She's like, no, I want to stay home, I'm feeling lazy. Now I'm going home to go swimming with her and her laziness, I guess. I guess that's her being lazy, is going swimming with friends at a pool. Oh well, right? Oh well. Spend time with the family, get it done right. Ugh. Come out here fishing one day when I can have the day to myself. The whole day to myself. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna suck though, because I'm gonna work all night. I'm working a 12-hour shift. And then get home at around 7 a.m. And when I get home, that's when my wife says I can go fishing. know about you, but that doesn't sound like I'm gonna have too much energy to be fishing. I guess I could cast my lines and then sleep on the boat maybe. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Whatever happens, I'm bringing y'all with me, so let's get it.